right, hey there. Good day to you all. Sam with you here on Tuesday, September 18th. So as it's a Tuesday, we're looking at traditional assets. So we by a member request upon polling our members, we've got first up CGC, Canopy Growth Corporation. So wheat industry is certainly a growth industry, and we can see that reflected here from one of the leading names in that field. So it's relatively straightforward count here. It does look like we've got some more upside to go here. So just all I've done here is just wicked off the lowest low here that we could find before we start this ramp up here. And it's fairly straightforward to identify that we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we're completing our fifth here. Now here it got a little tricky here in the middle. Now, note I'm on the daily chart here. It gets a little tricky in here. So, well, let's see. Actually, let me do it this way so you can see this. So it's tempting to think that we might have a larger A, B, C into a B, and then we come down the C is here. And the reason I would lean into that is because of this technical pivot here. From that. Get it right on there. So from this swing to this swing, right? Remember, an algo is not playing the Elliott count. They're just so we come right to the golden zone, to the tick, and then we go right up to our wave 3 target here, our shorthand target, as we know that will be literally on top of the 1618. But because I've got this 5-wave sequence here, you know, I'm more inclined to count that the 1 wave. So you could count this as A, B, C. And then we'd have an expanded flat here, but we get a very shallow C. So because this is deeper here, so if that's our C here and we get this impulse here into our 5, into this 5-wave structure into our, what I propose now is our wave 1 high, well, we come a little bit beyond the 6.5 here, but we do know a wave 2 can go that deep. Certainly, interestingly, we dab right back into the Vegas wave, catch it here, catch it again here, catch it. So 3 times into Vegas wave. So it's good support here. But because I've got that clear 5, I'm more inclined to think we've got A, B, C into the 4 here, and that we go 1, 2, and the fact that we hold here. So wicking that off as we would just for any wave 1, just to pay attention to it. So if we wick that off and say, okay, well, if this is the 2 and we've had this pivot up here, well, we can look for some sort of a technical response here to the 4. Well, we come to the 50 to the tick, and it looks like it's a couple of ticks front run here. We don't threaten the 1, so I'm more inclined to think that we've got 1, 2, 3 is 3 complete, 4 now potentially complete. As we can see, the A, B, C would be in that. Right? So we come right down to the 4, so that gives us our targets up here. So if we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, when again we don't know what time frame, looks like that wants to get there in a hurry. So potentially there's our 5-wave structure there completing. So the last move being a straight algo play. So we don't necessarily have to stop here. We could certainly go through that. That would be a reasonable target though if you were a buyer in here on any of these prior swings. If you caught some of that, so that looks quite good here. I would want to be changing my count or my approach to the whole thing were we to violate this pivot here. So this would become a clear spot to be looking to exit. So if we go even to, let's go down to the hourly and see how that looks. So is there an opportunity to get in here? Well, if this is A, B, C down into our 4, let me reset this, which seems fairly reasonable. Let's get that right on there. All right, so here's our 4. So from our 2, so if that's A, B, C into our 4, looks like we're trying to carve. Looks like that's 1, 2. They're trying to get 3 underway. So I'd be inclined to think that we've got 1, 2 in, 3 going in. All of that yet still to come. Let's take that. Go back to white. We'll go down a degree. So 1, 2, potentially 3, 4, and 5. So all of this could potentially be going up higher. So if we think about if that's a 1, 2, where are we likely to look for that third? So if we have it right here, and this we don't know for sure, this could still all be part of our 1 wave. But if it's 1, 2 here, then we'd be looking for 3 here, Maybe we're coming deeper for the 4. We don't want to challenge the 1 ideally, and then we're going to need a kicker in the 5 to get up there. Again, we don't know where the 3 comes in, and even I mean, it's possible that we're still in the this may not be the 1. This could just be the process of getting the 1 started. So I don't like to go below a 60-minute on an equity, but so contender, right? So we'd want to watch for that pivot. So if we would come back down, take that out, then we might rethink it. But right now it looks like the 1-2 is potentially in. So just to check that, looks like that's fairly good here. So if I grab this, if this is my 1 on my pull here, so we get between the 50 and the 618, so that's prime zone for a wave 2. So we don't have great subdivision there, but given the reaction that we have coming off of that, so if that's 1, 2, and 3 is still going in, well, we'd be looking for it somewhere up here, somewhere in this range. So again, just getting a little bit more granular on it. If that's the 1, 2, so here's our candidate for our 3rd. So if we're going to go up there, if this is going to keep going and we're going to get a 3, and again, that's just a probability zone, doesn't mean we must stop there. But then if we were to get a 3 wave down here pushing up for the 5, that looks like that's your next opportunity to get on for even a swing trade. So can we get that? First, we need to get a pivot up here, see what the retrace looks like. Right, this one essentially straight down. See what that looks like. Draw it up. Do we go to the probability zones? We have some cluster of prior resistance right here, so potentially that could kick in as our support zone here. So certainly I wouldn't be looking for shorts, and since we've got a pretty well established trend, if we're to complete this up here, we don't know that that's the top, right? So if it were to complete here, that might not be enough. So that could just be the 1 wave of our 5th wave here. So again, nothing says we have to stop there. So if we go back out to our daily and think how that would look, well, if we were going to stop here, that potentially could just be the 1 wave before we start pushing up to much higher levels. We don't know. So it does appear as though the 3 and the 4 are in. So we'll have to wait and see what this looks like here. But again, these are just, that's an algo target, but it doesn't mean that we have to stop there, as I will remind you. So that's what I'd be watching for here. Nothing really to do. I wouldn't chase it here on the long side. I'd wait for this to complete. First retrace, I think there's an opportunity for a swing trade to catch the 4 into the 5. But once the whole thing completes, right, if and when we get a 5th up here, and if this happens to be it, well, then we're just waiting. Then we've got to assume that we've got a completed 5-wave structure. Then we just be pulling for the whole thing. So since I've wicked this off, I don't need to go all the way back to the left. So if we were to pivot up here, then we're just looking for the next 50, interestingly. And again, I don't know where we pivot up here. But were we to be able to buy it down here on a potentially for a wave 2 of the larger degree, that looks pretty appealing. So that's pretty much what I can see there here. So a bit of a hurry up and wait as it sits right now. But it's upon some of these pivots getting hit and realized, I think we set up potentially for a larger degree trade here at our first 50 on the way back. All right, that's all I've got there.